7 Kings. But before we get to the text and before we get there, I would like to preference the message before we get to the reading of the word. Preface the message. When I go back in my mind, and as I go back in my mind, as you're going over to 2 Kings, the 4th chapter, go back over in my mind the kind of mama I had. My God. Now, I didn't come for everybody this morning, but I came for about 5 or 6 folk that can go back just a little bit with me from your early childhood. If you was raised up in one of the neighborhoods that I was raised up in, from the start of the street of Wilson Street, from the start of the street where Mr. and Mrs. Grace stayed, all the way down to where Miss Lena and Miss Ethel stayed. Everybody in the neighborhood could whoop your butt. What my 5 or 6 folk that I came? I'm just talking about the neighborhood folk right now. Y'all understand what? Everybody could whoop your butt. Yeah. I came up in one of those kind of neighborhoods where we lived in a 2-bedroom house. 8 people stayed in a 2-bedroom house. We had 2 beds, my mama and my daddy bed, and then we had a bed in the middle way and then a pull-out sofa. Yeah, 4 girls slept in one bed, 2 at the head, 2 at the foot. I'm just looking for my 5 or 6 folk that's been through. Yeah, you know, and we had a nice little kitchen. Now, let me tell you something about the kitchen. They had a little table in the kitchen, and you know, it was always lopsided. We had to put something up under the table to balance the table out. Yeah, we had one black and white television, and it didn't have cable on it. Listen at me, young people. We didn't have cable on our television. We had ABC, CBS, and NBC. We didn't have DirecTV. We didn't have to worry about anything because we took wires, hangers, and we folded them up and put them on the top. Yeah, and we didn't have no knob and remote control. We had the white pliers that stayed in the television, and every time the television was see it, one of us would get up and slap it on the side to make the screen come back. I'm looking for about 5 or 6 people. Not only that, listen at me, young people, I really want y'all to hear this. We didn't have no iPods, no phones, we didn't have no computers, because we didn't stay at the house, we stayed outside all day. When you got up in the morning, you left that house, and you didn't come back in until you had somebody say, Junior, Dina May, Bobby Roo, come to this house. Yeah, and on Saturday morning, you was not exempt to get up out the bed. On Saturday mornings, you got up at your regular time. You put on your clothes, and let me tell you something, they had some pine saw that was so strong, it would take your breath away. My God, that house would be spick and span. When you came in to try to get a drink of water, because you really had to get a drink of water on the outside from the hose. When you came in and tried to get a drink of water, that incense from the pine saw was still strong. We got some watered down stuff now. That pine saw lasted for almost 2 days. Not only that, we didn't have no cars, young people. And you know what? We didn't have no obesity among the youth because we walked everywhere we went. Yeah, we were slim because we walked everywhere. We had 3 full meals a day. We had breakfast, dinner, and supper. You ate those 3 meals. We didn't have no snacks. We didn't have potato chips, cookies. The only cookies that came in the house were vanilla wafers. And you know what those vanilla wafers for? That banana. You better not act like you wanted to get not one of those vanilla wafers until after that pudding was done. We didn't get no toys. We didn't have no toys. Well, toys were us. Bishop toys were us. Yeah, we played jack rocks. We played hopscotch. the street. We drunk out of one glass of water. And they put that glass of water on the edge of that with a pitcher, and every child, that's we don't like drinking out of boat right now. Every child had to take a sip. But we had some good mamas. And some good grandmama. It didn't matter if your daddy was in the house, you would always say mama them. Always going down to mama them. Mama them, 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 mama. That's when every song in the choir sounded just like that. Y'all remember when every song that we sang in the choir sounded just ooh, 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 ooh. Every song we sung in one key, C. Isn't that right? We sung in one key. Now we had some good mamas and some good grandmamas. They took us to church, and they made sure that we went to Sunday school. We started early in the morning because you had to get your hair pressed on Saturday night. We didn't have no perm, no Revlon. I'm almost done preaching. We didn't have no perm, no Revlon. We didn't have nothing, and if you got any color, it was kitchen color. You put your head over in the sink, they poured that color down in your head, and you didn't know what color you were going to come up with. Call it kitchen color. Yeah. And they would press our hair. Press it all the way down. Press it straight. Get it straight. And everybody had this kind of grease in their house. Queen Bergamot, Blue Magic, and White Rose. I think I found my 5 or 6 folk. Yeah. Yeah. But we had some good mamas. Our mothers were special to us. Our grandmother was special, and most of the time everybody said Big Mama. Big Mama. Now, you didn't disrespect Big Mama. You had Big Mamas all the way up and down the street. You didn't respect Big Mama. You didn't disrespect. You didn't disrespect Big Mama. You didn't disrespect Mama. And let me tell you another thing, and I'm going on to the text. Here's the key. Here's the main thing. My mama and daddy wasn't going to get up and come up to the school and take care of no type of business when it came down to their children, because they didn't take off their jobs. They said, now, if I have to come up to that school, we didn't have to worry about our teachers touching us in any kind of inappropriate way. If you was in the car with one of your teachers and they were bringing you to the neighborhood, that means you in trouble. We didn't have no foolishness. Our teachers were like our mothers and our fathers. Oh my God, we had so much respect for our teachers until every last one of us wanted to be a teacher when we grew up. We didn't have to worry about no inappropriate touching. Came down to an adult. As a matter of fact, children couldn't even hang around adults. They said, now when you walk down the street and you see a grown person coming, you go on the other side. You don't even pass by. And when you pass by them from the other side, you say, good evening. How you doing? Hey, Mr. Hill. Hey, Miss Black. Hey. Because you wouldn't want it to be said back to the house that you passed by and did not speak. That the child doesn't have any manners. Child is not being ready. We had some good mamas. Oh, my God. Our mothers were our friends. And I got some good mothers that I'm sitting here looking at right now. Still have the same morals and values that we had. Our mothers are not lost. We have good mothers, and our people and our parents kept us around church folk. I believe that I'm who I am today because our